Good morning, all. Let's continue with the topic memory. Today, we will discuss about some of the characteristics of memory, especially regarding the storage locations and addresses. And we will discuss about the storage capacity of each and every type of memory. We have studied about the storage capacity like bit, byte, nibble, etc. in our day 2 session. Now we will see what you mean by storage location and what are the different types of addresses. Storage components may be either internal or external to the computer. Internal memory is directly accessible by the processor. For example, it include CPU registers, cache memory and main memory. External memory consists of secondary storage devices that are used to store huge amount of data, which include hard disk, memory tape, etc. Next, we will see what you mean by a memory address. A memory address is a reference to a specific memory location used at various levels by software and hardware. We have to find the location inside a memory. For that, we are using the memory address. Memory addresses are fixed length sequences of digits conventionally displayed and manipulated as unsigned integers. This figure shows how the memory is divided into various sectors, and each location can be identified with the help of a memory address. If we want to store data into memory, we must mention the address or the location where it is to be stored. Otherwise, if we want to read something from memory, we need to specify the address where the data is residing. So, for this purpose, we are using memory addresses. And this figure is just for understanding the concept. No need to study as such. There are two types of memory addresses. First one is physical addresses and the second one is logical or virtual addresses. Main memory consists of many memory locations. Each has a physical address which is a code. The CPU or other devices can use the code to access the corresponding memory location. This we have seen with the figure in the previous slide. This is an example for physical addresses. We are dividing the main memory into different locations, and each one will have a physical address. Logical or virtual addresses are used by a computer program, and these are generally called as logical or virtual addresses. The mappings between logical addresses and physical addresses are done with the help of memory management unit of operating system. We will study about these in your second semester. For better understanding about this type of addressing, I have included this figure also. You just see how the virtual addresses are translated into physical addresses and how the memories are handled with the help of these addresses. The CPU will generate a virtual address, or a software may generate a virtual address, and it will represent the cache memory, that is actually a small fast memory, but we will get an illusion that it is a huge memory that corresponds to the secondary storage or the disk. And this virtual address will be translated into physical address. Physical address denotes the actual addresses of the main memory, and this will redirect to the disk or the secondary memory. So, this is the way the memory addressing is happening inside a computer. Next, we will see what you mean by unit of address resolution. Most modern computers are byte addressable. Byte means 8-bit length. Each address identifies a single byte of storage. That is, each byte is given a address. Data larger than a single byte may be stored in a sequence of consecutive addresses. And the other type is word addressable, where the minimal addressable storage unit is exactly the processor's word. So the computers can be byte addressable or it can be word addressable. Actually, word size is a characteristic given to computer architecture. It denotes the number of bits that a CPU can process at one time. That is the number of bits actually stored or retrieved in main memory. Modern processors, including embedded systems, usually have a word size of 8, 16, 24, 32 or 64 bits length. Unit of transfer is word for primary memory, but for secondary memory, data are often transferred in much larger units than a word. Often it is referred as blocks. The maximum amount of information that can be transferred to or from the memory per unit time is called data transfer rate or bandwidth. So far we have discussed about the storage location and addresses. Now we will see some more additional points in memory or storage size. We have already discussed it in our day 2 session. The size of storage component of a computer system depend on its type, that is based on the type of memory. Typical storage capacity can be seen in this table. CPU registers is having 8 to 64 bits size. Cache memory will have 2 to 64 kilobytes. 1 kilobyte is equal to 2 raised to 10 and the actual value is 1024, but normally kilo stands for 1000, so we can also consider it as 1000 bytes. And main memory will have a particular size which ranges from 1 to 2 raised to 10 megabytes. 1 megabyte is equal to 3 bytes. And the secondary memory will have several GB, that are gigabytes of memory, and it will range up to terabytes. Okay, terabyte means 2 raised to 40 bytes. Thank you all.